My poor daughter, like, how can you do this to her? I'm like, how can you her like this? Like, he didn't even care that she turned that video, that 7-minute video, and he literally my daughter. Like, how can you do this to a baby? She's itty bitty.
She called me and to tell me that this guy was arrested with a video on his phone of him doing unimaginable things to this little 2-year-old of hers, her daughter, not his daughter.
Mother is speaking out after a Houston influencer she dated allegedly her 2-year-old daughter on video. Surveillance shows Montgomery County deputies arresting 40-year-old Victor Pyatt, known as Candy Red, at a Porter home last Friday. He faces charges of promotion of child pornography and aggravated of a child. KPRC2 News' Corley Peel spoke with the victim's mother. Corley joins us now live from Porter to explain why this mother is now speaking out. Corley?
This is Allison, and you are watching For Real Media YouTube channel.
Kate, the mother, tells me she can't stop shaking or crying after finding that video of Victor Pyatt allegedly her young daughter. Detectives believe there could be more victims out there, and the mother is hoping her story inspires others to come forward. This mother screams, heard on surveillance, as her boyfriend, popular Houston car influencer Victor Pyatt, leaves with deputies in handcuffs. He's accused of her 2-year-old daughter.
I can't even sleep. I'm literally having nightmares.
She says her motherly instincts signal something was wrong the night before.
Before he fell asleep, he started saying, like, weird things. He started saying that he was like a demon. I just feel something's not right.
She picked up his phone, immediately finding a video of Pyatt allegedly her young daughter. Court documents accuse him of intending to promote or sell the video.
My poor daughter, like, how can you do this to her? Like, how can you go like this? Like, he didn't even care that he turned that video, that 7-minute video, and he literally my daughter. Like, how can you do this to a baby? She's itty bitty. It's so sick.
She noticed the timestamp on the video was from the previous morning, right after she left for work.
And I asked him to watch her for literally 30 minutes, and that's what he did in that time frame before my sister could get there and get her.
Pyatt woke up to investigators arresting him in his sleep. Pyatt has a large following on social media, where he is known as Candy Red Bread and Candy Red. With his ties to Houston and Louisiana, investigators believe there could be more victims out there. Have you noticed any changes in behavior of your daughter?
Yeah, she's been crying a lot and just super clingy. Like, it's so hard. We just want all victims to come forward so we can give them more charges.
Victor Pyatt is currently being held in the Montgomery County Jail. If you have any information about him or know someone who might be a victim, you're asked to contact the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office.
She called me, I missed the call, and I asked who is it. I didn't have her name saved in the phone. Every time I get a new phone, it doesn't switch over. And she says who she was, and I'm like, oh, I said, what's up, friend? And she said, I am horrified. I want you to put something out there because there could be more victims. I said, what happened? She goes on to tell me that she was in a relationship with this guy. I forgot his real name. I'm gonna pull up all the information right now. But she was in a relationship with Candy Red. They knew each other for many years. They were neighbors, and then they had moved in together. He's got some little ones. I think one for sure, like a small 3-year-old, and she had a 2-year-old and another daughter. She had 2 little girls. So she called me and to tell me that this guy was arrested with a video on his phone of him doing unimaginable things to this little 2-year-old of hers, her daughter, not his daughter. And he got arrested for aggravated on a child and intent to promote child, y'all know what, whatever, CSAM's child material. We'll just say it like that. A lot of people are not talking about this. The car community, everybody's being quiet. There are people defending this guy, friends. And I'm just going to tell you, they would not have arrested this guy just on an accusation alone. They had the video. She found a video in his phone of him doing this stuff to a 2-year-old. It's a 7-minute and 42-second video. He props the phone like this. He shows himself, like his arms, his tattoos are in the video. She told me, I said, after I did that video with you guys on Friday night, you guys had some questions. So I went back and asked her, what made you want to go through this man's phone? She says that when he came home Thursday night was already turning into Friday, right? It was almost near midnight. This guy, Candy Red, came home and her daughter cried and ran to her and wrapped her arm around her leg and was crying hysterically. Her daughter's reaction to looking at this man come home is what made her go through his phone later. She did not like the way that played out. When this guy came home that night, the baby started screaming and crying and ran to her leg and like was hiding from him. She saw him and had a reaction that bothered Mom.
You haven't seen it happen doesn't mean it never happens. Things like this happens more often than you thought, and that is why mothers should be careful about who they date and bring home to their children. These weirdos are everywhere looking for victims. Everything about such people are disgusting. The fact that he's with the children's mother and still think about the toddler is unforgivable. Sincerely speaking, I'm just thinking about many other children who he have done these horrific things to. If not that the child's mother knows how to be calm under a storm such as this, I don't think they would have been alive until this day. She was really very smart and didn't act out of emotion, but acted smartly in other one to protect herself and her child. I think single parenting has really been victim of such incident, although we have seen stories of evil fathers doing same. In all, I think the best thing mothers can do is to pay attention to these kids and listen to their motherly instinct as a parent or guardian to be on the safe end. Let's get back into the story.
The day before was Wednesday, right? So this was Wednesday is when the crime happened. She was gonna go to work at early in the morning. Her sister was running behind. Her sister helps her pick up the baby. And she asked Candy Red, who was still in bed, she's like, hey, can you watch the baby? My sister's running late. She's coming to pick her up in 30 minutes. She's running half an hour behind. And he said, yes, I'll watch the baby. In that time, he grabs his phone, props it on the side of the bed like this. You see his tattoos right here. He's got a mob tattoo and a H-town with a Cadillac on it, a red tattoo. He's got a tattoo right here that's very distinctive, and he's bucket, friends. This is the way it was described to me in the video. He is bucket. He orchestrates this like a production. He's got a light. He's got a light shining on the little girl. There's a pillow. She's sleeping face down on the bed. She's asleep. This little girl's asleep, and she's wearing a onesie. In the 7-minute video, like a good 3 minutes of this video, it's like him preparing himself, getting himself, worked up and everything. At some point, he brings the child closer to him, and he's completely in this video. And he's making sure that the phone is pointing where it needs to point. He's making sure that here's the baby, and he brings the baby closer like this, and that's up to that point is what she described, right? Because it's the unimaginable. This child, and his tattoos are in the video. Like I said, she saw this video that night. She went through his phone. She did not know that any of this had happened until her daughter reacted the way he did that night. So it happened Wednesday, right? Wednesday. That's when it happened, early in the morning, Wednesday. Thursday night is when all the shit went down. The little girl had that reaction to him, and that didn't sit well. She waited till he was asleep. She grabbed his phone And she didn't know his password. She did not know this man's password. Something made her just hit 00000 and she got in. She went through the photo album and the first thing that she sees on this phone is this 7-minute 42-second video. Either 7 minutes 42 seconds or 7 minutes 45 seconds. I don't remember which one, but it's one of those. And she was in the restroom, locked in the restroom. He was asleep, had no idea that this was going on. She was asleep. He was asleep. She goes into the restroom and she was so afraid. She airdropped it to herself. She airdropped the video to herself, called 911 because she didn't know if he was going to wake up and find her with the phone. She wanted to secure that evidence on her phone. She called 911. Thank God Montgomery County Sheriff's Office arrived quickly. She showed them the phone. Friends, if this was just an accusation, they would not have arrested this man. This was not just an accusation. This was something with proof. The man got arrested immediately. She runs outside the house, shows the deputy the phone. They call for backup and DPS arrives. The state troopers and Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, they arrive, right? They go in the house. He's still asleep. He has no idea that this shit is happening. And they arrest him immediately, friends, because the video showed who he was. The video is undeniably him. His tattoo, everything, friends. There are people right now online saying, I don't believe anything. I want to see the video. Do you really want to see material? Are y'all really revealing yourselves like this? Let it play out, innocent till proven guilty. Sure. But just keep in mind, they would not have arrested. And no, it's always, when it comes to these outcries, they're not quick to believe folks because so many people do lie. They're not quick to believe people, man. We've seen so many kids get, and the predators have never been arrested. They arrested this man on demand. They arrested him on demand, right? And here's video of him getting arrested. Hold on, friends. And it's just crazy, y'all. It's just crazy. We can't make it up. Let me see. So many people are taking up for him. That's the morning they arrested him. You hear the baby crying? That's him getting arrested. Hold on, friends. Ain't nobody doing shit for attention. This dumb broad in the comments, Chai Mejia or whatever, Chi-Town Mejia, go back to Chicago, baby. Y'all rock with shit. Us in H-Town, we protect ours. Ain't nobody doing shit for attention. This is not the kind of attention I like. Okay, so get that through your head, lady. I don't like this kind of attention. I'm making enemies behind this shit. There are people that really hate my guts right now because I'm exposing it. Ain't nobody doing for attention. I know how to do something else for attention. If I want attention, I can get it somewhere else in a different way. Not like this. Y'all better check this Chi-Town chick. Thank you for letting her ass have it. Somebody's already reading her. Read her rights, friends. Get out of here. Go back to Chicago. We don't want you in Texas with that mentality. Ain't nobody doing for attention. You first and foremost, like I said, this is not the attention. I don't want my face, out there, but somebody's got to step up and say it because nobody's addressing. Nobody in the car community has come forward to like, hey, we need accountability. Nobody. Everybody's pretending that it's just some kind of wild rumor, and it's not. This man, somebody might even bail him out. I'm sure he doesn't. He doesn't have a whole lot of family, from my understanding, but somebody might bail him out. I don't know. And another thing I heard, and it comes from some good sources, is that this guy tried to attempt himself. He tried to himself and was unresponsive, and they brought him back to life. So I don't know, friends. I don't know what to tell y'all, but let this serve This story, let it serve as a something for so that it never happens again, y'all. Watch these babies, watch these people who you have around your kid. I'm never gonna victim shame. Never, never, never. It's just to share so that maybe somebody else pays attention. And thank God, let me say this. Thank God that that mother had that instinct that something wasn't right. And she didn't just let it slide. Thank God, because that little baby can't tell her things. They spent all Friday at the hospital because there was an of a child in that way. They spent all day with CPS, with the cops. It's been forensic rape kits interviews, all kinds of stuff, forensic stuff for the child to get this evidence. They took out her mattress, her clothing, everything. This family, this mom is in fear. So I'm sharing this story not for attention, it's to get the word out. Nobody wants to touch this story. Nobody. I'm the only one catching stray bullets over this. And then, like, it's just crazy, friends. It is so sad. Ain't nobody for attention, you dumb broad. I'm just letting you know right now. Yes. Pretty Flower says it's called discernment. Sometimes leads you to what you need to see. For real. Poor baby. For real. The mom did right. Yes. Kudos to Mama Bear. Yes. I can't even imagine how heartbreaking that's got to be to see something like that. Then we've got some of the guys that support him saying, I want to see the video with my own eyes. I pray that that's not what you really want to see. Please keep those comments to yourself, because you're giving pedo vibes. Please. It's traumatizing. It's traumatic. This mother had to see something like that. And I don't wish that on nobody. I don't wish that on an enemy. I don't wish that on anyone. Friends, well, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go, but just, please, like, I don't know. Thank God it's in Montgomery County, because, like, they're not going to make it easy on him. I think he doesn't even have a bond anymore. I know he had, like, 0 bond for one charge, and then the aggravated on the child. I think there was, for the production of they gave him $250,000, and then for the actual assault, it was 0, I think. So I don't think he's gonna get out of jail. I don't know. And all y'all that ride for your boy, man, I wish y'all had that kind of energy for children. We got to be protectors of kids. It doesn't matter what. In the hood, we have a saying: elderly and children are a no-go. Like, you don't mess with the kids, and you don't mess with elderly people. But I guess things are blurred these days. As long as your homeboy can hook you up with some swangas and stuff, then maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay to look the other way, is what they're saying in the comments, man. My Instagram is so disappointing to see that. The same post I made that outraged you guys on Facebook, the same post on Instagram, a lot of people are letting that stuff slide. A lot of people are like, I want to see the video. Do you really want to watch the video of a little kid? Let us know that you are what you are then. Some people are spelling out their intentions, and it's so normalized on social media. So people are coming out the woodworks insisting on seeing this for their own eyes. Why would you want to see that? Shh. They arrested him on the spot. That says a lot, you guys. Think. All right, friends. Well, I love y'all. I got to go. I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Yeah, we're going to step on next in 2026. We're not playing about our kids, man. I'm glad that we're seeing a lot more arrests of these kind of folks. Yeah, let them have their day in court, innocent until proven guilty. I know that there's a video. I know that it was him in that video. I know. I saw his tattoos. Yeah, I know. And I can't even imagine what else was on that video. I don't even want to. It's horrible.
I see a lot of people blaming the mother and also saying she was not careful enough. Meanwhile, they forgot that this can happen even under the mother's watch. People can carry out such crazy acts, not minding if it would result to, like, how would she have thought that her lover, who is 40 years of age, could actually think of doing such weird acts? No one would have suspected, because she said they have been good neighbors that resulted in dating, and then they started cohabiting together. So definitely she have built trust, and felt she is doing family with responsible person. I'm sure he must have been the one that opted to help her, since he saw she was already running late. It never occurred to her the man she have loved and lived with could think of doing such. And she forgot that human beings are full of uncertainty. She have been in shock, trying to navigate and believe what she saw, and honestly, it's scary to think of. No one ever wished for bad things, but somehow it happened. I'm very sure this was not his first time of doing such. I really pray he gets the jail times he deserves. I know it's good to protect our kids, and no one does that better than the mother. Besides, I don't see reasons people should blame the mother. She also have to work and provide for those children, both financially and physically. People have a lot they are dealing with, and getting a little bit relief from a lover wouldn't be a bad idea. Just that this particular person is evil and deserves everything coming his way. I believe this video is enough lesson already, and I urge all mothers to pay attention to every move your children takes, and try finding out when things are off with their behavior. What are your thoughts on this video? Please share your opinions in the comment section and subscribe to my channel.